We're about to cross the Caribbean Sea, from St Martin in the east to Guatemala in the west, and we're doing it non-stop. It's hurricane season and we don't want to linger in the middle of the Caribbean Sea in case the weather starts to turn. We're a little late for the crossing, but the forecast looks lively rather than dangerous for this time of year. It's July. Lee cloth up to keep us safe whilst we sleep, and everything on board has been carefully stowed so nothing can go flying around inside the cabin. We're ready for this and genuinely looking forward to a lively sail. Almost as soon as we leave the shelter of Marigot Bay, the weather begins to build. Thankfully, the wind is in our favour, allowing us to set the headsail and point Cordelia towards the 1500 nautical miles ahead towards Rio Dolce. As we settle in, we both mention that one of the first jobs when we reach the marina will be to get our sails looked at. They're tired now and badly need the new UV strips redone. So far things are going well. The wind is behind us, pushing us steadily onward as the sea builds into our first night. We've already agreed our overnight watch system, giving us both time to sleep and stand watch. Night sailing is something we both enjoy. Then during the 1 a.m. watch change, we hear banging from the bow of Cordelia. In the darkness, the headsail is flapping violently in the wind. The clew is torn out and is hanging by little more than a piece of cord. Deck lights to go on, tools are grabbed, the engine starts. Instantly we go into action. We need to get the sail down before it completely shreds beyond repair, or worse, disappears overboard altogether. Clipped onto the lifelines that are permanently rigged for situations exactly like this, we make our way forward. The sea is rough and rolling, and every movement on deck takes concentration. The sailors cracking like thunder each time the wind catches it, while Cordelia surfs down wave after wave in the darkness. For the next hour and a half it's tense and exhausting. Every time we think we've gained control of the sail, another gust feels it and tries to rip it from our hands. Inch by inch we fight to bring it down safely, without losing any part of it overboard. The foredeck is chaotic, noisy and constantly moving beneath our feet, but we keep talking to each other throughout, staying calm and focused. Wave after wave crashes around us as we wrestle the sail lower and lower. Somehow, despite the conditions, we manage to get the entire headsail down onto the deck without it going into the sea. It feels like a huge victory. We secure it tightly and leave the mess for the daylight to deal with it properly. We swap places so as I'm up at the bow. The sea state is building and the sail configuration we're using is still the safest and most balanced option for the conditions. Rather than changing our whole sail plan in the middle of the night, we decide to rig our smaller headsail instead. Working under the deck lights still clipped onto the lifelines, we carefully feed the smaller sail fore into the forestay track, while Cordelia rolls heavily beneath us. It's slow, awkward to work in the dark, with waves constantly breaking over the bow and every movement needing to be deliberate. Eventually the sail is hoisted, trimmed in and drawing properly. Almost immediately the boat settles back into her rhythm. Cordelia feels balanced again, comfortable in the following seas, and we finally allow ourselves a moment to breathe. Exhausted, after nearly 90 minutes on deck, we head back to the cockpit, soaked, tired and relieved, but also quietly proud that we'd managed to deal with it all at sea, in the dark, and keep moving west. By day 2, we're hoping for no more surprises. We finally put the hydrovane to use, our wind-powered self-steering system called Hetty. The following sea continues to build, with huge troughs forming between the waves. It's unlike anything we've sailed in before. Massive seas, but Cordelia handles it beautifully. Hetty the hydrovane has been on board for 5 years, and unbelievably, we've never used her before. She's incredible, like having a third crew member aboard, and without drawing any power from the batteries. Why hadn't we done this sooner? As the days pass, we settle into life at sea, eating properly, staying hydrated, conserving energy. After 4 or 5 days, our watch routine feels natural, and we're comfortably slipping between watches, sleep and the occasional daytime nap. Then our chart reminds us that we're approaching an area along the Honduras coastline known for pirate activity. We alter course further offshore and switch off unnecessary lights and instruments to reduce our visibility. We'll be in this area for at least 2 days and 2 nights. We keep a careful lookout for anything unusual. Phones and valuables are hidden away, with old devices left out in case anybody boards us. On the horizon we spot a boat. We haven't seen another vessel in days. Then another appears, and another. We've heard stories from other cruisers, boats being surrounded, boarded and ransacked by armed pirates carrying machetes or guns. We start the engine and increase speed slightly. Even though we know Cordelia will never outrun a fast boat, we talk through what we'll do if anyone comes aboard. No heroics, just hand over whatever they want. We have children and grandchildren waiting for us at home. Silently we watch as the boats get closer. Then relief washes over us. They're fishing boats heading out towards the reefs. We laugh at ourselves a little, but the tension lingers, and we continue keeping a careful watch as we edge closer to Guatemalan waters. Gradually the water changes colour, shifting from the deep Caribbean blue to green, the river waters of Guatemala. We've made excellent time on the crossing, but it means we'll arrive in the darkness, not ideal in unfamiliar waters. Still, we know this is where sailors arriving in Guatemala usually wait before entering the Rio Dolce. At 1 a.m. we finally drop anchor outside the entrance to the river. We're in Central America. A passage we'll never forget is finally complete, crossing the Caribbean Sea from east to west.